Shout out Beware. What up, though? And it's your favorite Pistons podcast, Pro Wrestling Talk for the Pistons fan. Want to find out more about our show, like where to order our official t-shirt or how to follow us on social media? Visit our Linktree /PWTPF. That's linktr.ee/PWTPF. And thanks to our premier sponsor, ticket-barter.com. See you at the seats. Yeah, I wanted to do this emergency pod. Breaking news. Red alert. Snoop Dogg has an album called It Costs to Be the Boss, right? That's my phone going off. Everybody tripping over this, right? Or what's the old saying? Heavy is the head that wears the crown, right? Heavy is the head that wears the crown. Today we got our first little snippet about what playoff pricing will look like. You know, I mean, we're the number one seed in the East. It looks like if things just kind of play out the next month and a half, that's how it's going to be. Right. And so I can give you, like, they sent out an email to every season ticket holder to say, this is how much your season tickets will cost. Boom. And you have until March 19th to cancel. This is an opt out. You're already opted in, but you got to opt out. Right. Like, we charging that credit card. Tom Gores is like, I finally get to cash in on my investment. He's like, I finally, the Blake Griffin years, the Greg Monroe years, the Josh Smith, I'm cashing in. Can somebody, Photoshop, they need to put Tom Gores on top of a ladder with the Money in the Bank briefcase. That's what we need to see. If you're balling on a budget and you really want to see the Pistons in the playoffs, the first round is definitely where you want to be, okay? Because after that, it balloons. The balloon just ballooned. The other thing is, I know my zone. I know my pocket. I know where I said. Like, everybody talks about, rest in peace to Hutch, Hutch Jewelers over on Greenfield. Actually, not too far from where I grew up. My grandma stayed over there. And people were like, oh, see, it's going off again. Here we go. See, everybody's talking about this today. Look at that. But, yeah, they were like, oh, did you go to Hutch? People from out of state to listen. I was a Greenfield Plaza guy, because I knew my pocket. Right? I'm Greenfield Plaza all day. I wasn't in Hutch's. Never claimed to be. If I need some jewelry, I was up in Greenfield Plaza. What's that? Third floor. As a matter of fact, I got to go up there tomorrow. I got to get a watch battery change, I just got a text from listener Derek. He said, at least the parade will be free. That's a fact, right? They won't be playing any game, but if we win the championship, the parade will be free. Get there early. Hart Plaza will be turned up. Prior to us getting into the direct numbers, I just got to say, don't forget, visit our Linktree. We do have a new button on the Linktree where you can be a sponsor for our show. Sponsorships start as low as $8.99 per month. But everything's negotiable. Still in a meeting, everything is negotiable. So, yeah, just email us, pistonsprowrestlingfans@gmail.com. That contact information is on the link as well. And anything, you got a bakeries, another podcast, anything like that, anything you want us to promote, yeah, we can do it. All right. First round upper level, you're looking at about $50 per game at least. So I'm looking at the discounted rate because I'm a season ticket holder, so I get the discounted price. So I would say be somewhere after fees and stuff, be somewhere prepared to pay like $75 if you're upper level in the first round. If you want to go lower level, just, like back of the lower level, you're going to be somewhere like $125 a game, something like that. And for the most part, first round, those are regular season prices, to be honest, especially if you can get them at the box office. I wouldn't say do that because whenever they go on sale, they're going to sell out. So you're going to have to add those fees in there. So I wouldn't risk it going to the box office. Second round, lower level, you're going to spend about $200 a game with fees. Again, I'm just kind of, placating a little bit. I'm kind of placating because I have the prices with the discount. So I'm like adding another $30, $40. But yeah, you go if you want to go on a date, that's going to be a $400 date. $400. Upper level for the second round, you can, hey man, if you like her and she like you back, she'll get on the escalator for you. You know what I'm saying? And you can kind of like stunt when you going up that escalator and when you coming down, right? You get the profile of them Jordans, but yeah. So second round, upper level, you be prepared to spend about $100. So yeah, about half of what you're spending at the lower level. So yeah, you might want to be stunting on that escalator. Once we get to the Eastern Conference Finals, it's $200 a head. This is the bottom line. Upper, lower, whatever. Right? Be prepared to spend at least $200. Right? I don't care if you're all the way on the back wall. Like that. That's where you need to be. So if you want that logo on the court, the ECF or whatever, like it's $200. Because at that point, I don't think once you get to the Eastern Conference Finals, do the games come on? I don't know if the games come on local TV or not. So, everything is national at that point. So, yeah, it's going to be $200 to get in the building. I don't know where standing room is at LCA. I don't even know if LCA has a standing room. We've never been pushed to those limits, right? We're in uncharted water at this point. So I did do standing room only at the Golden State Warriors game. They like had a standing room area. I know the Palace used to have one. So I'm assuming like they're going to try to pack people in there. So I'm assuming there is an area that they've designated for this. But yeah, it's going to be 200 and up. The cheap end of the lower level for the Eastern Conference Finals is going to be like $350. So yeah, like game 1 Eastern Conference Finals, if you're in that back end of the lower level, you're gonna at 2 seats, you're gonna spend like $700. And shout out to listener Gaston, he was the first one to do this math and calculate it. To get in the building for the NBA Finals, if we make it that far, will be $350. $350. So I don't, like I said, I don't know where standing room is, but at minimum it's gonna be $350. So if you get 2 tickets, you're $700. You could be touching the sky. You literally. And shout out to RJ. He shared his pricing with me. RJ's seats are way closer to mine. So that's how I'm getting this lower level pricing. So if you're going to be like anywhere in the lower level for the NBA Finals, prepare to come off $700 per ticket. That's not a couple. Like previously I would say, if you got 2, no, $700 per ticket. So it's going to be like $1,400. So that's some we've been married 5 years type stuff at minimum. I would love to take my kids to a playoff game. I think I'm going to take them the first round for sure. Because I just want my kids to be like, hey, I went to a first round playoff game. After that, I don't know. I don't know. We still going to be trying to sneak Bo in. Like, he too. Try. I'm going to bring Bo's birth certificate with me. Like, this is That does not include parking. That does not include food. The other thing is that, so it's a whole new season. So when you get season tickets, they charge you for the regular season and the preseason. We have to pay completely, it's like a whole new season. So I will tell you this. The pricing that I'm paying for the playoffs is almost triple what I'm paying for the regular. Like, let's say the Pistons go all the way to the finals, all the way game 7. Those games, just the playoff games alone, will cost me triple what I paid for the regular season. Like, well over I was like almost triple, like well over double, but almost triple. Bling, bling. It works just like the Tigers. Every round, they charge you as if the round is going 7 games. And then when that round is over, they charge your card again for the next round, right? So let's say if the Pistons sweep in the first round, I hope they do, then you would get your money back for the other games. Or they probably just going to roll it over into the next round and say, hey, you owe us this for the next round, but we're going to knock it off because, they didn't play these other 2 games in the first round. It's crazy because this all starts in April. So, I'm supposed to be going to WrestleMania. And you know how those tickets are. So this is just crazy. I got a lot of decisions to make. I don't know. If you're a season ticket holder, are you, rejecting these prices and just going to do one game at a time? Just be forget it. I'm going to get on a pre-sale. Or are you just no, I'm doing it. I'm all in. That's the question. For me, I have 5 seats. I'm definitely about to call my rep. I'm cutting down. Okay, we don't need all that for the playoffs. All right, we don't need all that. I love my podcast listeners. I love them to death, but we can't do that. I ain't heard of that. This is a mood changer right here. This when you be like, oh, that $29.99 for ESPN ain't that bad. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I should just cut on the YouTube Plus. What is it? The YouTube TV. Maybe I should just cut that back on for the next 3 months. I did pay a lot for this 80-inch. You know what I'm saying? The scalpers, they're gonna be out. They gonna be out for this because they already tugging on your heartstrings. Pistons ain't been to the playoffs. Pistons about to win their first playoff game at home, man. No.